Crew Nation, we are doing it again. We are going to document my startup site journey. Yuma Clinical Trials is no longer a startup. This is year 4. We are going to do 10 interviews right now. We are losing a coordinator. She's moving to San Diego. I helped her find a job. I tried. Hopefully she's going to be put on the right track. But we're looking, she's an experienced phlebotomist. So we've trained her to be a coordinator, and she's been that for 2 years. We're losing a good one, and we're losing our most experienced phlebotomist as well. So the ad we put out today on Indeed, well, not today, but the ad we put out 2 weeks ago on Indeed was for phlebotomists. And this is because my philosophy is groom your study coordinators from the ground up, right? And a lot of it is out of necessity, because in Yuma, Arizona, where I'm located, there are no research sites, so there's no experienced coordinators. So that's done out of necessity. But even back in Anaheim, California, on my previous sites, I actually did the same thing because I had better experiences hiring for potential. And so this vlog is going to document, like, what is that potential? It's kind of this arbitrary, ambiguous thing which I can't really describe. It's like almost like Plato's ideal of forms. Like, I'm not sure what we're looking at, but I know a good attitude is part of it. Ambitious, obviously someone who's experienced in phlebotomy, and they don't have to have a lot of years of experience. They just have to have recent experience in phlebotomy. I have about 10 people come in. 10 people. First of all, like, several hundred people responded. We filtered it down to 10. From past experiences, here's how it's going to go. From these 10 people that we have scheduled, like, every half an hour and interview back to back to back, 3 of them won't show up. It always happens. 3 of them won't show up. So that leaves 7. From those 7, about half of them, so let's say 3 or 4, will just immediately, within the first 5 minutes, you'll know these are not who we want. And you may be watching and asking, well, what is that? So I can not be that person in the future. It's usually the way you present yourself. Because remember, we're not hiring for experience. We're hiring for, well, we are hiring for professionalism, and we are hiring for how you present yourself and the interest that you take in what we do. So we send everyone our website, so they should know before they come in what studies we do. We also have a link. I made a link that we send everyone on, like a crash course to clinical research. My famous 5-hour video. It's okay for them to say, I knew nothing about this, but when you sent me those links, it sparked an interest, and I went down a rabbit hole. That's what happened to the last person we hired, who had the medical emergency. So from those 7, 3 or 4 will be this. Like, you'll know within the first 5 minutes, disinterested, just looking for another job. Why do I weed those people out? Because I know this is a steep learning curve. And as high as the highs are in this industry, the lows are pretty extreme. You're going to have, during crunch time, during database lock, which my team is going through right now on a couple studies, monitors are in your ass. Data managers are in your ass. You gotta answer like 200 queries while you're seeing other patients, while you're filing deviations, while you're filing IRB renewals. It's a lot. It's a lot going on while their study startup. That's a steep learning curve, and I don't want somebody who is wishy-washy on what they think research is about, and then they realize it's something different. So I want some professionalism. I wanted them to do some research on the research. And I want them to have a little bit of ambition, because the ambition, that's an intrinsic thing. The ambition is what's going to get people through that steep learning curve. If you're not ambitious, the people that are less ambitious and just want a paycheck, they're not going to work as hard. They're not going to end up being as good coordinators as the other ones that are ambitious. So if they could see a future for themselves, that's what I'm looking for as well. So I predict this is how it's going to break down. And then from those 3 or 4 that are left, let's call it 3, they'd probably all be decent hires. But we're really here to hire one person. And if there are 2 exceptional people, we will hire both. And I'm not going to lie, we are pretty desperate with our leads. One of our CRCs leaving in 2 weeks. Or I think it's next week. I will hire one just because we need a phlebotomist. And let's say he or she doesn't pan out like I expected within 3 months. We can at least keep them as a research assistant / admin. But the hope is that we hire 1 or 2 people that start out as research assistants and then work their way into coordinator pretty quickly and increase their pay pretty quickly. And so that's the intro, documenting my site journey. Let's see how it goes. I brought my camera with me so we can vlog a little bit at the site. And I wish I could interview the candidates. I did that once with Grecia, the one who's actually leaving us. But I don't know. It's always awkward to bring out a camera during the interview. So I'm going to not do that. As much as I want to do that, I'm not going to not. Keep watching. Let me know what you think. So we are 1 for 1 on the no-shows. Jaime Valles,
first one no-show.
8 a.m. no-show. So there we are. But that's the second
That's
one.
him.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
Either the first
Just a
one or
little
the
bit
second
late.
one.
Either the first or the second one.
You want to go?
No.
So doorbell rang. We had 2 more. What did you think, Jaime? Like, there's something about, you were saying nervous. Like,
Yeah.
but we've developed the sixth sense to see beyond nervous. 'Cause I've interviewed hundreds of people. But there's something else intrinsic about ambition and wanting more than what is currently possible that is hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure we've seen it at all today so far, but we've seen some better ones.
I think we see some good candidates. One of the things that is hard for me, that's the good thing is that you're here and Dora is here, so that way it can be seen through. As we told one of the candidates, what we want is we want the attitude. We want them to be eager to learn, get well with others, respect the ethics of it. Now, because that's hard to teach. The experience, we can definitely work on that. But yeah, when they're interviewing, one of the red flags is always like when they come over too assertive, or when they come like super nervous. But even
Which we haven't seen too assertive yet today.
No. But even when they're super nervous, as long as they can get their point across, like who they are, what their ambition is, we can see through the nervousness, because we all get nervous.
Well, even one of the candidates today that we interviewed, I was thinking to myself while they were talking, if I saw like a little more enthusiasm, it would be like an easier decision for me, right? But I know if I'm thinking in their shoes, I don't want to show too much because it's not traditional. But you should see from our website instantly that we're not traditional. We let people know we're a startup. So we do what we need to do to let them feel open. But it's still like sometimes you just want to like reach out and shake them. But I've found that this like self filters itself in a way.
Yeah, it does. It does. We don't, at least for us, we're not necessarily looking for experience, because we only gotten one candidate all these years with experience, right? It was only one, right? Yeah. Just one, because in Yuma there's no research, so there's no experience here, and that's okay. That's okay. But we do want the right candidate, and for the most part, our staff stays with us for quite some time. There's things that has made 4 of our staff move. Things are way beyond our control, like moving cities and stuff like that, school. But yes, I think we have like, what, how is it, 5 more? I think
we have 5 more. We've had 4 so far, 1 no show. and then one that's, one or two that are probably would consider. But even then, it's, no one's a perfect candidate.
Yeah.
But I do want to see enthusiasm and ambition, but also controlled, like not too arrogant, which we haven't seen so far. But this doorbell's about to ring. We got a break, and we'll be back. You heard me introduce it, but we're bringing life to the vlog. This is the reason why we're going through all these interviews. Grecia Chavez, you were on this vlog after you got hired. A minute later, after we shook hands.
Yeah.
This is still the first one I've ever done that way.
You did have me vlog right after getting hired.
What are you looking for that we hire? You haven't been part of these interviews, but
No, I haven't.
what are you looking for as far as who we're hiring? Wait, did you find a job there yet?
No, I haven't.
We gotta talk to a few people. Did you text? You know who?
Yes. I did.
Anything back?
Nope.
Do it again. You gotta do it again.
Okay.
I know him. Okay.
Well, I'm just hoping you guys find someone who is organized. I think that's like a main one. Someone with phlebotomy skills so they can
Of course.
help you guys out.
Adept at knife skills.
I don't think the knife skills matter, but if that's what you guys want, I guess they can help protect the office.
If you're in San Diego, site owner, she's still available. It's unbelievable. We're gonna fix that. I'm gonna text homeboy. But okay, thank you. Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna miss you guys.
We shall continue the vlog. You see, guys, Grecia was here. Now it's full recursion. We're not interviewing Jenny, right?
No,
That's not happening.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna stop asking. Shout out to Jenny. So we just saw 2 or 3 since the last pause, but one of them, what impressed you the most was the organization. Maybe you explain it because people are sick of hearing from me.
She was very organized. She had her notebook with notes. Like, we asked her, what do you know about ourselves? And she's like, well, I saw the videos. I learned pretty much as much as I could, and that you guys are here. And then she mentioned some keywords that I was like, she did watch this. And then what impressed me the most is when we asked, like, what kind of questions will you have for us? She flipped the page over and she has maybe 10 questions already typed and printed. And I was like, wow,
That's why do you like that? Because we need to pause and explain to the people watching why, as a employer, you like that. I mean, to me, it's obvious, but
the to me, what comes to my mind is the protocol is very detailed. The protocol tells you what to do, in what order, and what steps, and sometimes it's like timestamps that you need to do. And if you are not organized, you're just gonna miss those. And then, we got in trouble for that before because we needed vital signs exactly at a minute mark or 5 minutes or whatever it was, I don't remember, and they were off by a minute or two and they ding us on that. And I'm like, man, it's like a minute or two, but the protocol is a protocol. At the end of the day, we sign the contract, we're gonna follow that protocol. And people like her that has everything already structured, it's gonna be very hard for them to miss anything. Can they miss? Yes, we're human, but it's gonna be hard.
So you're saying that is something anyone can do. You don't need experience.
Of course.
But it's so rare.
It's rare.
That
It's the first
done.
one I think that has that. I think in 4 years is the first one that actually typed things. So I seen some others with notes or very good memory that they remember. But the first one to be that organized, and she was like, check.
So
check.
she's one of the best interviews you've ever had.
For that reason, yes. I think she's on the top. I can remember others I interviewed very well because of how they talk, how they explain themselves. They were nervous but not nervous. They were assertive but not assertive. So they said the right things that I was like, well, wow, I'm impressed by this interview. But with this particular case, I'm impressed because of how organized. And I think that's the first one that impressed me on that sense.
Well, we got more, but it's looking good, and we'll keep you guys posted. It's a long day. So we wrapped up an exhausting, grueling morning. It actually wasn't that bad.
It wasn't too bad. Only 8.
I was wrong. Only one person didn't show up, right?
2, no?
Or 2.
I think 2.
My bad. I said 3. Only 2. So we found one, and we got 3 others that were second place, but we only can hire 1. And so, Jaime, what did you think, man? Like, of this whole experience?
Yeah, it was a good batch. We were talking a little bit on how the job market is. I think there were total 10 people scheduled, but there way more resumes came through or people apply. So right now the market is not the best out there. Then I think we potentially find a needle in a haystack again. Thanks to you guys. So I'm hoping the resume and the interview can translate into the actual hands-on.
That's what matters ultimately.
Yeah,
That's what matters.
Yeah.
All right. I will do a follow-up in the car. We're going to go get something to eat, and then I'm going to let the staff know that we got a new person starting tomorrow.
Potentially, yeah. Let's see.
And I'll bring this camera. Maybe we'll interview her.
Sounds very cool.
Luis is here. We got someone starting tomorrow, man.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
They're going to make the vlog tomorrow. But, yeah. How's it going? Dude, Guru Nation want to know real quick.
Great. Just being on patient A's, trying to recruit patients. That's all.
that.
Nice.
Yeah, if you.
So headed back after an eventful day. We went through 10 candidates were supposed to come. We ended up interviewing 8. So 2 of them didn't show up. And there was a clear number 1. A clear number 1. And then there was a 3-way tie for a number 2. But we really only needed to hire 1 more person. However, if there was a second person that was also on the same level as a number 1, we would have ended up hiring both. But instead, we went with the number 1 that we got. She accepted. She starts tomorrow. You'll be seeing her in the vlogs. And she really showed, as you heard from Jaime, she really showed kind of what I started this podcast with, which is a willingness to do more with your raw ingredients, which is you, yourself. And this ambition, this is something intrinsic. And the 3-way tie for second place, I think 2 of them really had that on that 3-way tie. And the third one kind of made up for a little bit of a lack of that with just experience. It was tough, but we went with the clear number 1. And what she did was really demonstrate an ambition, a willingness to learn, a curiosity, and you can just tell she came prepared, like you heard, with a list. I've never seen it before either. A list of typed questions. And she starts tomorrow, so now I've got to go tomorrow and just onboard her a little bit, at least get the process started. I'm no longer doing the day-to-day training at the site, but I just wanted to make sure that she gets started off on the right foot, and that we actually happen to have a very busy day at the clinic tomorrow, so I am needed for one of the visits. And that's how it is. And it looks like we're going to do another round of interviews here in a month, and hopefully get lucky again with another clear number 1. So hopefully this little glimpse into a day in the life and my vlog kind of gives you, if you're a job seeker, a little glimpse into the mind of who's sitting on the other side of that table at a research site. I think this is fairly typical of what a lot of small research sites think but don't say. And if you're a research site, maybe there's something here for you. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you so much. Good luck out there. Bye-bye.